What's up, everybody? Welcome to my channel. Welcome to the new subscribers. Welcome back to the old subscribers. If you are new, hit the like button and make sure you hit the subscribe button. I appreciate all the love and support from everyone. If you'd like a personal reading, you go to the About section of my channel. You'll see pricing. You can email me at AcaciaHempel795. You make your payment via PayPal. And my link is paypal.me/guidedtarot if you'd like to make a donation. And I'm on the sign of Aquarius. And I forgot to get your guys's quote says, "Every person on this earth is like a violin. Whatever wood we're made of, whatever unique and distinctive qualities we have, the music is always the purest and the most beautiful when we put ourselves in the hands of the master." That was kind of cool. I feel like you guys feel like you missed an opportunity. You're kind of dealing with some deceptive energy. And this is at the bottom, so release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy so that you can be happy. I feel like y'all are babysitting somebody. There's somebody who's really like codependent and doesn't want to break up, or is just like acting like a little kid in grade school. And maybe you want them to see things for what they are on their own, but at the same time, this person is definitely not going to change, but they don't want to lose you either. They don't really want to see you with anybody else. And, but in a way they know, like, there's a reason that you're not really taking a whole lot of action towards whatever they're asking you to. So the bottom is the Two of Earth. It's like finding this balance, you know, whatever is going on, you know, making sure that whatever situation that you're in, you're giving and receiving so that there's harmony. It is going to involve some forgiveness to get to the stable place that you want to be. It is going to involve acceptance. It is going to involve patience, and it is also going to involve letting go and healing so that newness can come into your life, because you need this peace of mind to do all these things. And it's like you just really aren't seeing, like, it really has a lot to do with the balance of your heart and mind. Like new beginnings, new things, but it's balance, you know, work, money, kids, family type shit. 7 of Fire, the 9 of Fire, and the 9 of Wands. If you have a lot of anxiety, pay attention to when you get that, because there's a reason. There's something that the universe is trying to get you to see. And now, while I see you guys are kind of going to be clearing your head in December, you're also going to need to stand up for yourself to someone and maybe go in a new direction, because you want to, but you're like stalling. There's something that's influencing your energy, and it has a lot to do with your own happiness, and they're not happy with you, or, you know, you just don't, someone's like really not walking away and kind of stressing you out because they have a lot of insecurities, and there's like, you don't have a lot of confidence for some reason. But I feel like if you're able to change that, it's going to help you a lot, because you know that there's things that you need to move away from. So the first card out is the Queen of Fire. This is energy of someone who is possibly moving away from this connection because they kind of are trying to work on themselves. They're trying to master themselves. They know what they want, and they're not afraid to go and get it. And for some reason, there's a lot of blocks in the way with you two, and they're just like, well, maybe I should release this because this person kind of has this other person, you know what I mean? So unless there's a breakup or there's some kind of revelation that comes, it's like things are going to be stuck because things are not coming together, because there's not a balance. There's not an ending that's been accepted. There's not really moving on. There's giving up energy, but there's more like a separation and like just to avoid arguing with people, but it's not really moving on. It's like someone trying to always make things right, but still kind of lying about things. You have the Emperor card. I feel like someone is very stuck in their ways. They're very controlling. They want things done their own way. there might need to be some forgiveness here in this. It's going to take a lot of patience and compassion to be with another person, knowing that at the end of the day, you do need to walk away from something else to get this, but it's about you taking control, you loving yourself, you having the confidence, you going within yourself and coming up with this decision for your life to bring in new starts for you, because it's like, you know what you want to do, you know what I mean, but you're not really telling anybody. You have the moon card with the messenger of fire. Someone could be telling you something, or maybe someone wants to talk to you, but they're not really sure how to tell you how they feel about you, because, you know, maybe the focus is on other things for whatever reason. And I just feel like there is a lot of depression here with somebody, and someone's just kind of like feeling like there needs to be a change, because a partnership is a balance of two people. It's not really confusion and indecision and not really compromising. You have the messenger of fire with the Queen of Swords. This is someone who probably comes into your life repetitively, or this is someone you need to release, because this is like, this person keeps coming back in saying they want to make things right with you, but it's like, it's more for their benefit to get this forgiveness from you, but they're still like living in the past. They're not really telling you the truth about everything, and it's like they're avoiding something. There's a lot of in and out sexual behavior here, and it's like, you know this already, and it's like you are trying to work on yourself, but it's going to involve you moving away from this. And maybe your solution is just to not to say anything. Maybe your solution is just not to be fearful, but to move forward in this energy, because this moon energy has kind of affected you guys a lot, and you don't really know what you want, to be honest. You have the World card, knowing that there's a cycle that you need to end, but look where you are, still sitting in that little globe. Like, I don't know. You have the Fortune's Wheel. This is saying that you're on the right path, but it is going to bring some conflict in, whether it's mental, whether it's something else. But then you have the Six of Wands with the Strength card. This is just you being told by the universe that once you make this decision to move forward into your correct path, once you take back your power and your confidence, and you're going to have this new job offer that's going to be coming in, but the strength is up to you. Like, you do have the strength to do this. You do have someone who wants this partnership with you, but they feel like you're not really working with them at all. Like, they don't feel like you support them. They feel like you just avoid talking at all costs because of whatever reason. But it's like, if this is a partnership, then why are things so out of control? Because someone doesn't really want to commit, maybe, because then the Three of Air would be real. It's like there's two people up on the branches, and then there's someone sitting here with a bird on her shoulder. It's like, you know that this is going to lead to heartbreak, and you're kind of like conflicted about that, but at the same time there's energy like having this conversation of moving forward away from this toxic person in your life. And it's something that you really do need to do to get these new things that the universe wants to bring in. The Seven of Earth with the Seven of Wands, you know, you've been patient with this person or the situation, you put a lot of time in, but the truth is, it's like this person is someone you need to have faith in yourself to stand up, because the change factor isn't here. This person is very unhappy with themselves, and it's deep rooted. It has nothing to do with you. But they're also very deceptive. They're also kind of not telling you the truth about some things. They're very in and out of your life. They always leave you when you need them. And it's just like, it's really disorganized, and it's throwing off your balance. And this is a cycle that you need to complete. And it is going to involve some forgiveness, because then you have the Six of Fire again with the Moon card. It's like, maybe you don't realize that there's going to be some new, better energy coming in for you, but you can't be manipulating others or saying where you're being manipulated, because that's what's overwhelming you. That's why maybe spending some time on your own, or telling this person you want to break, because it's like you are working yourself to, I don't know, that's kind of what your alone time is you're working. But that's also avoiding something that you need to accept. There's also things that need to be healed, letting go of things. This financial freedom has a lot to do with you letting go. And I'm just going to be real with you. You know what I mean? Because I just feel like someone's waiting for you to kind of like bring this together. But Are you guys on the same page? Are you had the conversation about this? Because someone's still kind of stuck in two minds about everything. And then there's a death card. You could be dealing with a Scorpio, or maybe this shit going back and forth with your head and not making this decision is what needs to end. Having this clarity, having this conversation, knowing that things are going to be equal and that you can be happy that this person has genuine feelings for you, but having this conversation with this other person where, you know, you're eventually going to have to break somebody's heart, because there's a whole lot of gang shit going on in this situation where you don't really want to hurt anyone's feelings. But at the same time, if you want things to move forward in your life, you got to get out of this codependent situation, whether it's with a child or another person, because it's like that same feeling of loss and regret that you always have when you deal with them is like, they're just this way, you know. I think you need to trust your intuition. You do have people that are trying to be supportive of you, maybe in this breakup, but I just think that there's also time that needs to be taken for you healing, because someone has a lot of expectations, and then someone's also very self-centered, and someone's always in and out of your life, and it's time to release that energy, because someone like wants to make the effort, but they just feel like I mean, the main message is that it is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all, because you guys want to make the effort with someone who is like-minded, but you need to release this energy, because maybe someone you have a child with, finances and career are pretty huge. You know, financial issues are a factor in your love life right now, but a lot of this playful energy is something that you need to pay attention to, because someone wants to tell you how they feel, but it's like passion and flirting with someone where you're really attracted to them, but it's like this, it says this could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner that you seek, but they feel like you need to get yourself out of whatever situation this is first, freeing yourself mentally, physically, to get this recovery, and so this forgiveness can come in. And the main thing is loving yourself enough to do that, to not sit and be manipulated by people, keeping an open mind and not be so controlling. Your positive prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. And it says healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. That's what brings in a lot of this addictions, these toxic, this anger, jealousy, all of this dysfunction is from things that need to be released, and like things that you like are hard on yourself about. Something to do with children and trust and healing family issues. I think that you guys are rebuilding a family situation as well, and it's going to bring like some really big changes into your life. But knowing that you're the one that you know, you guys are perceptive, you're honest, you're able to make these decisions. But I feel like someone's relationship was kind of affected because someone didn't want to work, someone was kind of stubborn, being lazy. But I feel like you're teaching them how to be stable, or whatever the case may be. There's a lot of codependency here that you need to forgive yourself for, because then you can have the confidence and learn how to trust someone again. Because I think that what you guys want is harmony, but it's like someone feels like you don't really care because you don't really make the effort with them. And I don't know if that's how you're trying to come off, because there's a new beginning, but there's also a lot of other people involved in this, and I just feel like it's causing someone to get really angry. It's causing someone to kind of isolate and not talk. And I see this new opportunity here, but you do need to travel and like retreat from something, and maybe decline an offer from someone, because I do see that you need to stand up for yourself at your job too, because you're going through a lot right now, and it's a lot on your plate. But being honest about it is a big factor, you know. Whatever you're thinking a lot about all this, things where it's like maybe you missed an opportunity, or it's really disorganized, or declining this offer where it's like you really don't want to lose anything, but you're like falsely attaching yourself to things that you need to accept or maybe not for you. It has a lot to do with forgiveness, and it has a lot to do with harmony, because once this harmony is back and the universe sees you making that active, taking those active steps to complete this cycle, and taking that action will bring in the change, will bring in the money and the healing and the newness for you. But you need to make this decision for your life and let some things go. because that's why some things aren't coming together. It's on hold. They're waiting for you to make this decision. And that's why you're scared and you don't know what's going on. You might be kind of under an illusion about whatever mixed feelings you have about moving forward. It's kind of mental. It's not something you should be. I think it's time to have a little bit more faith in the change that you're going through. And this overwhelming feeling that you have right now is going to be released once you're able to forgive and not be attached to things that throw off your balance, because peace of mind is important for you, but also letting go of something in your life is going to bring this financial freedom. So I think that the main thing is that you need to move away from something and to only think of your desires, never your fears, because there's a lot of energy surrounding you that you are not seeing. And this person, it just keeps coming back and it's like they're lingering, and it's a lot of toxic energy that maybe it's time to have those boundaries put in and accept this ending, go towards what what it is that how to do the right thing, what the real underlying factor of this is. In order to progress this, you need to kind of have patience and compassion for yourself above anyone else. And looking ahead towards the future, it's about working together with another person, having this plan, putting it into action, you being the influence of your own life, not letting other people be the influence in your life. Because there's a lot of breakups and arguing and shit that you're not moving on from, and I'm just like, it's making me dizzy. You know what I mean? It's time to move on from some things, and then new things can come in, because it's achievable, but you can't see it right now because of the things that are around you. And it's a lot of things that you can't control right now, and it's holding you back. Like, you can't control the changes or whatever what other people do, but in order to have this mental clarity, you need to have peace of mind and like think about your partnerships in every part of your life, because it's like you're pushing out people, but you're not making the choice to get rid of the ones that are kind of fucking with your head. So anyways, that's all I have for you. Have a good night.